see. And I won't have your name to call, 'cause I will be the last to fall.
With over 24% of the 1.9 billion square acres in America alone, the mountains that so many people call home are also host to some of the most incredible mysteries in the world. The missing, the murdered, strange creatures, unexplained lights, and sightings of unidentified objects. These stories may be strange, they may be sad, they may be odd, but they are mysterious. These are the Mountain Mysteries Gatherings. And now, live from the Pantry Studio, broadcast to all time zones around the world, with listeners of the podcast in the United States, Canada, Germany, Norway, India, the United Kingdom, and more. These are the Mountain Mysteries Gatherings. Now, your host, Chris Sloan.
Okay. So let's see if this comes up now. Hopefully this thing is actually working this time. With any luck whatsoever, it's been giving me problems, and I just found out today that it is in beta version. Okay, so now I'm coming through okay. But like I said, this thing is just not cutting it for us, and we're going to find something else. Do not use a app called Melon until they get the bugs worked out. They assured me that everything was fine. Obviously, it's not happy. I'm pissed. What we try to do is do something worth doing, and it's hard to do that when the tools that you're using aren't tooling like they're supposed to be tooling. We're coming through now, though, and it seems to be okay. So first off, welcome. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for joining us this evening. Got a lot of stuff to go over with, and we're going to not try to keep you on here all night long, but I do appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. We are the Mountain Mysteries. This is Gatherings. This is the video live feed, which promotes the Mountain Mysteries podcast. The podcast is a different thing from the live feed. It's a different thing from the Gatherings. This is not the podcast itself. This is what we use to promote the podcast and talk to our people that listen. Matter of fact, if I can actually find a way to get to the show chat somewhere in here, I guess. Aha. There we go. Hey, thanks a lot. So this way I can actually acknowledge people. The setup that I've got in here is really great, except for the damn streaming platform. But I'm looking for something like this. So my son-in-law came to me and said, I've got some ideas. And one of them's like Streamlabs and Restream and all this other stuff, but they're not in beta. This thing I found out is in beta. And it's kind of like the Hulk, only part way on steroids. Half a Hulk is better than no Hulk, but you get the idea. It's like Tony Stark without the Iron Man suit. Nice catch. Yes, this is my Minion cup. My daughter got this. Don't judge me. She got it for me some time back. But I'm so glad to see you all on here. First off, a big thank you to all of our Patreons. Without you guys, this would be a whole lot more difficult. You guys set off or you offset the cost on this. Patreon subscribers get early access to all the episodes. They come out on the Tuesday before, 3 days before anybody else gets them. And sometimes, actually once a week now, at least, you're going to get one of these only on Patreon. And it's kind of a no holds barred. I kind of watch my mouth on here because I realize the kids may be watching. Not like they've probably not heard all this stuff before in school anyway. But I get that, and I'm really cool with that. But when we go Patreon, it's a hootenanny that we just don't hold nothing back. We just blow it out of the water. Patreon only updates and reports, behind the scenes stuff. We've got some stuff coming up that we're going to be doing this week that is It's going to be kind of heartbreaking, no doubt. But we're actually taking out the videos for the first time, and we're going to record some of that. Also, polls and win. Right now, we've got a poll going on the Mountain Mystery about which Appalachian Trail mystery that you'd like to hear the most. Which one do you want a full episode on? Now, we're going to do a sketch of 11 episodes in one episode. We're going to do a sketch of, I guess it's 11 of these, the Appalachian Trail mystery things. And we're going to let you pick which one we're going to do a full episode on. It's all on the poll. You can vote on that poll. It's on Patreon. You can find it on the podcast site, or I'll post it up here on my Facebook and the links where you can go directly to it. I think I did last night, but I'm not real sure. But anyways, we're going to take, and, as you come into the chat rooms and stuff, we're going to gather all your names like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, put them in a random generator. Somebody's going to win a Mountain Mysteries prize pack and maybe some cash too. Plus you get mentioned. Speaking of which, one of our newest Patreons I want to thank, Mildred Terry Lovelace, signed up to be a Patreon. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I really can't. So, of course, you can pledge as little as $3 a month, or you can do a one-time donation. Like I said, it helps us offset the cost, but I really don't want to turn this into a Jerry Lewis telethon thing. Okay. But every little bit helps, and it helps us offset the cost. So coming up, big news. We're going to go ahead and break it right now. The Patreon people got it last night. May 8th, 2021, noon at Shelter Fort Painesville Lake. We all know that there's going to be a celebration for April Pennington and for Tim Stambo. Now we've added James Dwayne Lovelace. Yes. I had that thought. Sharon had that thought. Sharon wanted to do this, and I was all about. Like I said, this thing, I'm about done with it. I really am. Don't be surprised if I jump off this thing and go straight video. Just give me about 4 or 5 minutes if I do this, because I'm just ticked off with this thing. I've got an incredible internet speed of 120, down and up, respectively. It should not be doing this. So it tells me that we've not had a problem on anything else. Shouldn't be having a problem on here. I do apologize, but it may happen again. But thank you for letting me know that it froze up. What we're going to do at the Celebration of Life, we're going to have everyone that comes up sign in. It doesn't cost you anything to come, but you're going to sign in. And if you want to do a little remembrance, you're welcome to do that. Motorcycles, I've said this before, they're welcome. April loved the things. If you bring your kids up, which they're more than welcome, if they want to take a picture on any of the bikes up there. Look, most of the guys I know that ride bikes, they would not mind that a bit, as long as the kids are safe and they don't fall. We'll be there with them. The parents can be there with them. Take pics. There's no charge for that. We're going to have a cookout. If you'd like to bring a dish, you're more than welcome to. And again, there's no cost for any of that. Now, people who want to record a memory to be used for a future episode can do so. And that memory can be about April. It can be about Dwayne. Hey, Bobby. It can be about Tim. It can be about, somebody that you've lost that you love. I think that's great. Great Scott and Trevelation Mobile Entertainment is going to be there providing some. Great Scott is musicians who throw a twist on 80s music that's done acoustically. And that's really pretty cool. I've actually heard them perform, and they're great. People, like I said, that want to throw some memories out there, get behind a microphone on the Mountain Mysteries recorder, and we'll use that on a future podcast as long as you're okay with it. Also, there's going to be a balloon release. We're going to have, 20 balloons for Dwayne, 24 for Tim, and 16 pink balloons for April. And then we're going to be taking raffling tickets. I think it's $3 for one or $5 for 8 to raffle off a smart TV, gift cards, and more right there after the balloon release. And so that's kind of what's coming up. I've got something that I'm going to let you hear here in just a few minutes, so stick with me. It's going to blow your mind. I'll get to that here in a minute as long as this thing don't freeze up again. And if it does, just bear with me. I'll refresh it and we'll be right back with it. So I don't know if you guys have listened to the episode on the UFO and train incident in Paintsville in 2002, I think it was. Well, that was a slobber knocker. I don't know how many tons the train was, but it smacked a UFO, and apparently the thing got mad and smacked the train back. A domestic altercation between a UFO and a choo-choo train. That's a hell of a thing to see. Here's what got it on the Mountain Mysteries, though. These guys pull into the train station in Paintsville, the Paintsville train yard. And they said the place was bustling with people all over the place. And everybody that was there was supposed to be there except the employees. One guy introduced himself as Ferguson and told him, best thing y'all can do is shut up about this and don't say nothing. In so many words. Why? They said it was in the interest of national security. Why is it I'm seeing Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones? I don't know. And they said that they were all dressed in the same uniforms or outfits and very strange looking. That they didn't give any further description than that. But I thought to myself, you got to be kidding me. Really? Well, sure enough. Apparently that's what happened. So then they took them on to Martin. The crew of the train took them on to Martin. And on their way back through, they didn't see hide nor hair of nothing there. And you're talking a couple of hours they were gone. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm not even going to go there, Steve, on a tricycle. Wait till you hear this episode. You weren't the only one. Tricycle. That was just great. Dwayne and one of his buddies, I guess. So guy's 5'8", 5'9", something like that, maybe 6 foot, riding a tricycle down the road. You're going to hear about that on the podcast. And I'm telling you, you'll spit your Pepsi across the room. This episode coming up that drops at midnight tonight, we've done a couple of pretty heavy episodes back to back. One is on Frozen in Breathitt County. Now, of course, it's been said I guess that probably helps some. Let me see if I can get back on there again. Here we go all over. Yeah, this thing is so gone. No more after tonight. I'll find a different streaming device. Guys, I do apologize for the freezing. But like I said at the beginning of the show, this thing is in beta. So that means they think they've got an idea of what they're doing, but no, they ain't got a damn clue as to what they're doing at this outfit, apparently. And, I wouldn't be nearly as ticked off as if it was free. I'd be like, well, you get what you pay for. So coming up on April 20th for the Patreon subscribers, April 23rd will be the public release of an episode called A Lake of Tears. And man, are you going to find out why we called it that real quick. James Dwayne Lovelace was 20 years old. Some people, and it's not even been a year yet, but some people say, well, it's accidental drowning. Some people say, no, it was not an accidental drowning. There's more to it than this. With that being said, I don't want to give away too much of it because I do want you listening to the podcast and getting used to it and listening to all the episodes. And the reason why is because each one of them means something. And I want these memories to stay alive. But I will tell you this. It wasn't long before he had passed away that he found himself a little shy on money, and we all have done that. And he asked somebody for 10 or 15 bucks, whatever it was, for gas money. And they said, well, look, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. Let me hold on to that radio you've got there. That is Grandma Mildred had bought him. And he had that radio not very long, it's my understanding. Anyways, somebody wounds up with it, and one night they're sitting in their room or living room, whatever. They're listening to the thing. They're watching, or they're listening to the radio. And I'm going to try to do this without checking everything up. And something comes through that radio. And as it so happens, the people that had the radio had the sense of mind to record it. Now, I've switched out of the chat right now so I can actually play you this video. And I'm going to play it 2 or 3 times, but let me give you a fair warning. The language is not coarse. It's not that rough. It's not that bad. It's probably nothing nobody's not ever heard before. But this thing will raise the hairs on the back of your neck. Oh, and there's more too. Oh, yeah. But for this particular episode of Gatherings, we are just going to play this one because I'm still analyzing the other ones and I'm still looking into it, because the thing about these is I can go back into any of these episodes and edit stuff on a flash. It's not a big deal. But this is definitely one that's going to be in there. If you'll listen, like I said, I didn't know him. I never spoke with Dwayne, but his family believes this is him. An EVP is an electronic voice phenomenon. Most typically, when analyzed on a program like Adobe Audition or take your pick of any numbers, Pro Tools, whatever, the frequency base on the original recording comes slightly below what the range of human hearing is. That's why we don't hear it while it's being said to us, but the recorder plays it back on a frequency that we can hear. Human hearing, take it from the audio guy, human hearing typically ranges, if you've got good hearing, between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. 20 is nothing but bass. 20,000 hertz is so high pitched that it'll almost hurt your ears. But that's our range of hearing. Dogs go higher. Cats, range of hearing, go higher. Most animals go higher. Now we know why they react long before we do. They know something's up. Anyways, this was caught off that radio just out of the blue one night. Here it comes, okay? Get ready. Damn. You killed me. By God, you killed me. Again. One more time, and that'll be it, because they normally play them in 3. Why, I don't know. That's just in case you might have missed the first 2 times. So I asked the question on the podcast, is this real or is it some kind of sick, twisted joke? I don't see how anybody could make a joke out of that. It seems real. Stacy, Sharon, Serena, any number of people that know far more about that than I do. Um, Okay. So, anyways, rule number one is you don't mess with anything you don't know nothing about. So, I've never done a paranormal investigation on my own, but I can tell you right now that that thing is just absolutely, I mean, that EVP is mind blowing. It's clarity. Yeah, I'm sorry. The freezing thing on this. And I've looked at my internet numbers and they're great. They're up there. It's like 105 down and 22, 19, 18 up. It's not a problem. So, anyway, that episode again is coming April 20th for Patreon, 23rd for public release. And the celebration of life has been expanded to happily, gladly, with honor, dignity, and respect. James isn't an addition, he's a part of. Or Dwayne, I'm sorry, everybody called him Dwayne. Dwayne is a part of this. I never met the guy, and I feel a sense of loss. Because through this podcast, through talking to his family, through talking to other people that knew him, I feel like I knew him. Does that make any sense? I feel like I actually knew the guy. Some of the other things that we got coming up, and this is one that will creep the socks right off of you. What was it? 627 or 527 Boulevard. This one actually takes place in New Jersey, but to this day, it's a mystery as to who it was and what it was. And we'll drop trailers for it later on. And don't forget, you can go onto Patreon and vote for the poll. And when you vote for the poll, toss us your name, and we will put you into the drawing to win some cool stuff. Sharon has been going through what some of James's family has been going through for 30 years. So I can tell you right now, if you are a family or a friend of Dwayne, make that trip to Paintsville, Kentucky, to the Paintsville Lake. You can message me. That's something else too. I'll get to that in a minute though. You can message me on Facebook and I will show you exactly how to get there. It's not hard to find. You're welcome. I mean, you are welcome there. You are welcome to come up. We want you to be there. This is not going to be something where we are walking around moping with our heads held down. We're going to have a nice time. We're going to share memories. We're going to do things like that. It's going to be something where people get together and we share our memories, we share the love, and maybe lean on each other a little bit. I think that that's absolutely wonderful. They are part of our family. Yes. Anybody that listens to the Mountain Mysteries podcast, and I had this real sweet comment on the reviews the other day, becoming one of this person's favorite podcasts. Keep up the good work. It's stuff like that that I live for. It's stuff like that, those Data boys, those Data girls, like for Allie, and you guys are doing great. Now all we got to do is figure out how to get this damn server to work right. This pod platform thing. If you're going to message me on my own personal Facebook page. I get it a lot quicker. The Mountain Mysteries, the first thing that comes through on my phone, which is always with me, it seems, is going to be my own personal Facebook page. That's just the way Facebook does it, I guess. I'm willing to help. And for somebody that thinks, well, he's so busy, he's got this, the audiobooks, the management thing going on. Then this Saturday, I've got something going on. Next Saturday, I'm at the Mineshaft Harley Davidson for a big event they're having up there. It's like they call it Family Day, Family Fun Day. So yeah, of course, they want me to show up, and I'm honored. And yeah, we're going to go. And you guys, if you ride, come on up. There's going to be food and stuff for the kids, like them blow up inflatable things, the bouncy things, whatever, and all kinds of stuff that Ray and Tara and the folks at Mineshaft have put on. And well, what if we don't ride a motorcycle? Well, then come in your car. There's places to park your car. There's all kinds of stuff going on, and we want all kinds of people up there. It'll just be a lot of fun. There, Ray, I just gave you a plug. How about a discount? So don't know if that'll work right or not, but no, seriously, folks, they're family to me. They have been. They've taken care of me from day one, and I just love them all up there. Every one of them are great people. But yeah, come up. If you're a friend of Dwayne's, if you're a family member, it's at Paintsville Lake Shelter number 4. And oddly enough, it is really close to where April was found. I've often said I am not in this alone. I think that April, Tim, maybe now even Dwayne, but I think that God himself has guided me through this, and I ask for his prayers. Yeah, Cora, it will. There it is. POS does not necessarily mean point of sale, people. I do apologize for this immensely. I will do my best to make sure that the next time that we either go live like we used to until we get a new platform set up. But these guys, I'm dropping them like the prom queen dropped the ex-boyfriend at the night after prom. So I'm going to get rid of it. But Cora had made a comment that it just tore her heart to pieces. Yeah, wait till you hear the rest of it. That's just touching the iceberg. But again, that's going to be April 20th for Patreon subscribers, April 23rd for public release. Now, where can you listen to it? Again, you can shoot me a message. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon. Thinking of all these other places. There's so many of them out there. But those are the ones that most Americans normally turn to pretty quick. Of course, Google. It's on Google Podcasts. Yes, there's a lot more. A lady in the chat is asking me if there's more. Yes, Cora, there is so much more to this. In terms of EVPs, there's a few here and there. And I'm actually going to see if I can talk to a really good friend of mine who actually believes she made contact with Dwayne. She is the lead, or one of the lead investigators for 606 Paranormal. And I actually witnessed this through video. I was not there, but I witnessed it through video. And it's very, very compelling. And let me tell you something, the way this thing lights up, it looks like Christmas. It's crazy. So anyways, given the state of affairs with the video platform, which I've got the thing to work right one time, and I know it's not my internet connection. Even my son-in-law, who is a tech guru, looks at that and he says, that's a problem on there. And he said, you do know this is a beta version. What? He said, yeah, beta version. Means they don't have all the bugs worked out. And I said, you think? So we're going to be switching to something else, something more stable, dependable, reliable. Because if we all want to get together on here for 2 hours and me host 6 or 7 of you, I shouldn't have a problem in doing that, especially if you're paying for it. That's what you're paying for. My question is right now, what the hell am I paying for? So enough of that. Check out the Mountain Mysteries. Subscribe to it. And again, like I said, Apple Podcast. If you will shoot me a message on Facebook, I will send you a link. And all you got to do is click that link on your smartphone, your computer, your laptop, and listen to it. And you can take it with you in the car. You can do any of those things, listen to it at work. We've got people right now, New York and Nebraska and places that listen to us at work. And I get a few messages on occasion. It's not overran by any means yet, but it's like, I have a tendency to lose perspective on things. And I was talking to Allie last night, not before, and I said, well, it's still growing. And she said, Dad, you're in like 19 countries. People are listening to you. This thing launched March 5th of this year. Yeah, guess so. Share it. And yeah, share the videos. That's fine. Let people know about this Facebook page and this stream thing when it works. That's fine. But share the podcast, because that's where the real stories are at. The whole purpose of the gatherings is to talk to you guys. I want you to get to know me, why I do this, what's coming up. And a huge purpose of this thing right now is to promote the celebration of life, May 8th at noon, Shelter 4, Paintsville Lake. If you ride a motorcycle, great. If not, drive your car up. If you show up on a horse, we'll feed it too. After I pet the horse. But we'll feed it too. That's fine. It's been a long week, guys. So, with that being said, as I go to look for what I need to look for, which is somewhere right in there, I think, we're going to go ahead and step on off here. My phone has been on Do Not Disturb. Yes, thank you. For a while. And I'm going to shut that off. So if anybody texts me and they want a link to, like, if you got an Apple iPhone, listen to it on Apple, or you can listen to it on Spotify. Most Android users use Spotify and Google and things like that, but I'll be happy to send you any link that you want. And all you got to do is click on it and just do me a favor, subscribe, and leave us a little brief review. And be kind. Remember, it's late. And I'm tired. So, but I hope that you guys enjoy it. And just remember the number one thing. It's like I said last night on that video. The day that the Mountain Mysteries quits focusing on the people is the day I will shut this bitch down. There, I said it. I own it. I will shut it down completely if I ever lose sight of this is about the people. That is all we can do. I'm sorry, before the thing froze up again, what I said was, where do you pick up the pieces when you don't know where to start picking them up at? And I guess the best thing to do is to start with the people that love you, the people that want to be there for you, the people that care. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and step off here. And I'm sorry for all the freezing up. I know a lot of guys have already logged off. I get it. I'd be ticked off too. Well, there, you just showed back up at 18. But I get it where you would be ticked off too. But like I could tell you, this won't happen again because this platform tonight is gone. It's done. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and step off here. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope that you guys stay warm tonight. It's supposed to be a little bit on the cold side. Don't forget, tonight at midnight, +1 second after midnight, I think it is. The next episode drops, and it's on Frozen in Berthoud County, and it's a tearjerker. Guys, may God bless and keep you safe and all of your families. I love you. Hope to see you real soon. Want to see you May 8th at Paintsville Lake, all right? Like I said, if you don't know how to get there, it's not a problem. We can show you how to get there. We can tell you, okay? So until then, until the next time, I'm Chris Sloan for the Mountain Mysteries and the Mountain Mysteries Gatherings. Stay mysterious.
From one coast to the other, mysteries are everywhere, and we will continue to pursue the answers to those questions and more. Please share, like, and rate the Mountain Mysteries podcast and tell your friends to tune in on Facebook or YouTube. The Mountain Mysteries gatherings are each Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to support the Mountain Mysteries search and help these families, join us on Patreon, or you can make a one-time donation as well. The Mountain Mysteries and the Mountain Mysteries gatherings are property of the Pantry Studios and Chris Sloan, who writes and produces the content. If you would like to reach out to the Mountain Mysteries, please email us at pantrystudio@yahoo.com. Until next time, my friends, stay mysterious.
A Pantry Studio production.